What is going on, everybody? It's King Karan with another Flare content for you guys. And man, people have not seen this coming at all. They didn't. Because they were all focusing on the top 10 coins getting a spot ETF, getting all these ETF filings. Then this bomb dropped. Teucrium is a US asset manager known for commodity ETFs, corn, wheat, Bitcoin futures, also XRP, now has officially filed a Flare ETF, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever for Flare. And everybody's focusing on, what is happening with Flare, the development, F assets, soon to have PMWs and Ts, which I will also explain in the near future about what that really is all about. I mean, 2026 will be absolutely crazy for Flare. But this, people did not even thought about it, and I was tweeting about this a couple months ago. Like, there has to be a Flare ETF coming. I mean, there has to be. And a coin like Flare in the top 50 or top 60 getting filed as a spot ETF. This is absolutely going to change the game. And this is just the first, folks. I'm going to show you the document here. I mean, it's just for the people to read, and I will also put the link down below. But guys, just like I said, this is just the beginning for Flare. This is Flare is just getting started. Like for the past 4 years, they have been building and building and building and building and building. And now you are seeing things happening with Flare, these catalysts. And I know the market is in red. I know people are pessimistic. People are sad. But these are the things you should celebrate because we know what's coming next, folks. We all know what is coming. You rather hold an asset that has a lot of things going on, or you hold a coin with zero utility. And when the market drops, you can easily see which one holds at its best, right? I've seen a lot of coins from the top 50 to top 100 already down 80-90% from last year to now, right? You have assets with zero utility. Then yeah, you should be worried about it. But I'm not worried about Flare. I'm compounding my Flare. I keep on stacking up Flare. I am delegating, receiving the Flare rewards, the monthly drops. There is nothing for me to worry about. And with this ETF news, folks, this obviously also has filed on October 24th, I believe, or 25th. But that shows that you have these asset managers that are interested in filing a Flare ETF. They're not just doing this just because they like it. Like, all right, let me just do it. They do this for a reason. They are going to bring more exposure to the retailers because the first ever spot ETF for Flare will just be the catalyst for bigger things to come for Flare. If you think that DeFi is going to be big, which it will reach mass adoption. Now look what is happening with these ETFs. And the first already got hit. Imagine next year. This is just the first domino, just like the ETFs for XRP. Once they realize what Flare is doing and the utility of Flare, more of these asset managers and institutions are going to actually jump in Flare and make sure that they will bring more exposure. And they also make sure that they keep on stacking Flare. And I'm not even mentioning F assets. I'm not even mentioning the things what is happening in DeFi for Flare. I'm just talking about institutional. I'm talking about big asset managers filing for an Flare ETF. Have you thought about that? And I was the one tweeting that a couple months ago, and people thought, I don't know, could it be? Turns out the first is official. And if you look at the market right now, what do you think? You think you want to sell, you're tired, right? You see a drop after drop, week after week. That's because you have these market manipulators. They want you to believe that we are in a bear market. You guys should realize this, folks. They want you to look around and they want you to believe that you are in a bear market. And then once you sell, and once all of these longs are getting liquidated time after time, eventually they're going to grab liquidity from the upside. So eventually it has to go up. There is no other option, folks. And this market does feel even worse than a bear market because obviously then you see a drop and then you already knew, all right, a drop happened, so we are in a bear market. You see these lows. But with this, they are manipulating it so more cruel that people really like it's more aggressive than a bear market. That's what they want to do, right? They are making sure that it's getting so worse for you that you are going to sell your bags, that you are actually going to capitulate. And once they are have accomplished that, and the majority is already capitulating, just like you're seeing here right now, the markets are in red once again, week after week, then they are going to pump the price up. But in this time, they're just trying their best. You know why they're trying their absolute best? It's because the people who have been here for years, it's really hard to shake them off. Like if it was the last cycle, it was so easy to shake these people off, right? You had this C19 crash, then all of a sudden people lost hope and then it pumped to new all-time highs. Now it's different. You have more holders who really believe that we're not going in a bear market. So it's harder for them to manipulate us. That's why you have these aggressive drops all the time. And this shows, folks, that once it's done with all of this in the next couple of months, it's going to be absolutely fireworks for all of us, and especially for Flare, because Flare has launched F assets and the sentiment is still bad. People still think, oh yeah, but what about the price? Before you know, these things are going to lift off, and Flare has the most narratives while it's still building in this bull market. And believe it or not, yes, guys, we are still in a bull market. So, guys, you better get ready. Not financial advice, but it's a very attractive market right now to get in. Flare is at 1.5 cents. And just like I've been screaming for months and months, these prices below 2 cents are not forever. Because once it makes its new high, you're about to see that these bottoms, these were just bottoms, folks. This range you see as you look at the chart right now, 5 cents at the high, the lows were 1 cent. These things are just ranging. Before you know, it just makes another cycle. And then people will realize that they have been fading on Flare. And then the question for you is, are you fading or are you buying? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is more like obviously a big bump if it comes to the ETF news, but also a little bit of, you know, just to let you guys know that this is not forever, guys. What you see over here is not forever. I hope you guys stay strong, keep on holding, and before you know, these days are over. And we are going to celebrate after that. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Leave a like, subscribe, and also let me know what you guys think about this video. And I'll see you guys next time.